Hey Scorpio, it's me, Trudy Healy, here at Beacons of Angel Light, and this is your May 2019 reading. So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. That means, if you don't know what that means, you gotta Google your natal chart and type in natal chart in Google, and then they're going to ask you for your birth date, your location, and a whole bunch of other credentials, and you'll have access to your natal chart, and you'll see what's in your, well, you're probably watching your sun right now, but you'll be able to find out what's in your moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, and lots of others, but this is what I've geared it towards. You're also welcome to cross-watch. Thank you for cross-watching. And a big shout out to the subscribers. We finally got past 500, yay! And a huge, huge shout out to all of the people who sponsor me, those of you who get personal readings. By the way, if you want a personal exchange of energies with me, click on the description box below. Follow the instructions. I'll be so excited to exchange energies with you. So we do have a full moon in Scorpio this month, so that means it's your half year happy birthday. And the Scorpio full moon has to do a lot with the emotions. I'll probably do a full moon reading closer to that date. It's going to be the 19th or the 20th, depending where on Earth you are. So primarily for this reading, we're going to be using the round Mother Peace Tarot, which I personally prefer to call the sex deck. And also we'll pull a Keeper of the Light card by Kyle Gray and a Chakra reading card by Rachel Sharman, or Rochelle Sharman. I'm terrible with names. So let's hear the messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, May 2019. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Scorpio. Scorpio! Alright. Beautiful water sign. Let's see, what do we have in store for the month of May. The main energy, the first card is the Empress. It's a major arcana. And the Empress, she doesn't work. She has others do her bidding. She's sitting there pretty naked in nature, looking at herself in the mirror, admiring her gorgeous self, eating a carrot stick. What are you guys eating? And then we also have the Four of Cups. This is another main energy. Beautiful. Wow. So the three main energies that you have in the month of May is, you know, not so much action, but it's being accomplished not by your hands, but because you've delegated tasks so efficiently that things are moving along without your action. Okay? And then we have the Four of Cups. This is talking about your balance. You're meditating, you're gaining balance. He's actually here. He's next to the ocean, but he's walking across a little like riverbank that's going to the ocean. And he's balanced. He's naked too. He has reached his balance. There's four pillars, and that's equilibrium. You know, like even a table has, usually it has four legs that it stands on, or a chair. You know, it divides perfectly into two, which divides perfectly into one. Lots of balance going on with that number 4. And then we got the Chariot. So this is achieving. It's reiterating, it's underlining, it's highlighting, and putting really into emphasis that Empress card that we got just now. So this is accomplishing, because the Chariot is like high honor, victory, success. It's like the underdog who achieves high honor. So let's see, what are some of the undercurrents, the unseen, the unconscious for May? You're not aware that the planets are actually lining up for you, because you got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune destiny. Things don't work out exactly the way you want them to, but you get to the point that you wanted to arrive at. We have the Nine of Cups. This is a really good social life. This is entertaining. This is good communication between all those who surround you. So if you're surrounded with family, that also includes the older generations and the younger generations. You feel comfortable with everyone that's in your sphere. And then we have the Shaman of Cups, and I love that you got so many cups in your reading. Beautiful water side. Cups are talking about your emotions, about that love that you feel so deeply, so passionately, okay? So the Shaman of Cups here, he's doing some ritualistic work, which I'm inclined to say that you've stepped away from and you haven't done your meditative homework. Perhaps you're not, I don't know, maybe some of you guys burn candles or incense or crystal grids, and you know, this is going back to that shamanic type of work. You know, your little rituals that you have to rid yourself of the foreign debris of the exterior world. These are the undercurrents. You're not realizing this. So I'm here to bring it to your awareness, right? And then we have for the, let's see, I'm being guided to show you the eventual outcome or your advice for the month of, you got Shaman of Swords, air and water. So you do need to speak your truth in regard to a situation, because you are illuminated and you've held your truth back in regards with something for such a long time, but now you're finally feeling or starting to feel comfortable within your surrounding. Even though you're not acknowledging it, you're finally starting to feel comfortable. Also, you got the Son of Discs here, and this is having a vision where this is being direct, straight to the point. This is being ambitious and motivated, and you know, here they're showing you a target, and the guy is shooting right at the target because that's your goal. So you're very goal oriented in this month of May, or they're telling you should be goal oriented in the month of May and not easily distracted, so that you can accomplish this. You know, keep that goal in mind at every moment, because then you have also the Seven of Wands, which is where other people are going to help you. You're not alone. Wands is fire energy. This would be combative towards the Cups, right? But in this last set of cards that I brought out, we didn't get any Cups energy. You got those at the beginning of the reading, the first two sets, right? This bottom set that we got here, we got Swords, which is air, Discs, which is earth, and then Wands, which is fire. And I would say none of these are combative. These all kind of, they intermingle very nicely. They intermingle very nicely. So, I mean, the air and the earth, there might be a communication error that causes you to lose sight of the direction that you want to head in. Clarify this. And then we have the Seven of Wands here, which is talking about everybody helping you, and you have lots of assistance. But I want to clarify this further about the Shaman of Swords and the Son of Discs, that is. 1 second. All right. This said pull from the bottom. The Fool. You know, they're talking about your flexibility of your mind, of your emotions, of your physical body, and they're talking about you having in the past being really rigid, and now you're kind of like, well, fuck it. Sorry for the bad word there, but it's fair game. And you feel like you've been walking on this tightrope for such a long time, and at this point you're gonna speak your truth, and maybe what you get coming back at you from speaking your truth may disrupt that determination that you have because you take on the fool attitude. So be wary of it, because you have a lot of people that are willing and eager to help you, so you want to take advantage of that. Carpe diem. The opportunity may not present itself in June or July. It's here now in May, so take advantage of it. And let's see what the Keepers of the Light have to say. Keepers of the Light. We got two. We got Isis and Gaia. So beautiful. All right, Isis, not like you know, the ones from the Far East, but yes, just the ancient Isis. I want to show you so that you know that she's not wearing a turban or anything scary, okay? But she's talking about you accomplishing the visions that you had dreamed about in your wakeful state, that you're accomplishing goals, and that goals and visions are now finally becoming reality. And she is reiterating this card that I was talking about, the arrow and that, you know, the target. She's saying stay focused. I mean, can the cards hold hands any better than this? So then we have Gaia here, and this is your earth connection, and you're being encouraged to please, please, please be more mindful with everyone and everything, and be more patient, and take your shoes off and meditate and get grounded. This is talking about that shamanic work that I was saying that you haven't done. Spend time in nature. She's actually a giver. You could go outside in nature for just a good 5 to 10 minutes and be feeling like shit and really pissed off or what have you. And then at the end of those few minutes of just silence and appreciating all of nature, her sounds, the smells, the animals, everything is just so fulfilling. That's not fulfilling, but you get my drift. It's enriching, it's invigorating. That's the word that, thank you, angels. All right, so on with the chakra reading cards. Scorpio, May 2019, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We got another 2 cards. Wow, so they're telling you to meditate and spend more time with Mother Earth. We got Gaia, right? This one is number 2, and it's an Earth Star chakra card. So this chakra it's beneath your feet. It's beneath the ground that you're standing on. Everywhere where you walk, this chakra is following your footsteps, okay? And it's about 6 inches beneath the ground that your feet are touching, okay? It's in that auric realm, right? So it's talking about your rebirth. And images of a butterfly, of course, that metamorphosis that the butterfly goes through. So perhaps, I don't know, last year, perhaps 10 years ago, perhaps even just 6 months ago, okay, you went through this huge metamorphosis and you've now blossomed and come out of your cocoon. And you're having a rebirth here, which is so beautiful. And that's why the Fool card shows up. And that's why you got the Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Cups. You know, you're finally starting to feel like, hey, maybe things are going to add up. And then we also got here, it's a heart chakra card. The number's 19. and it's forgiveness. So this one works on several levels. It could be that you need to forgive someone for something, but usually, I'm gonna wait for this guy to pass because he's likely gonna honk again. Oh, we got lucky. Okay, so when it comes to forgiveness, it's like an onion, except for it goes the other way around. You know how you peel the onion from the outside? We gotta start from the inside. When it comes to forgiveness, oftentimes we have to forgive ourselves for having allowed the situation to unfold the way that it did, for having allowed XYZ to hurt us the way that it did. Why are we forgiving? Who are we forgiving? And don't forget to include yourself in that forgiveness. It starts with the self and then it blossoms to everyone else, the sphere, the world, everything. You know, like, and it's talking about this, the rebirth, because the forgiveness is coming from the rebirth. You were incapable of this deep, deep level of forgiveness, like I was saying, 10 years, a year, 6 months ago. It varies for each of you. So this metamorphosis, this beautiful transformation into the gorgeous butterfly, which is winged, which reminds me of angels, okay? This forgiveness is now possible because you've gone through this huge evolution, psychologically, emotionally, and what have you. So Scorpio, I do hope that you enjoyed your reading. I love you so very much. I love you, love yourselves, and love everybody around you. Mwah.